What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another video on the Madden 22 ratings, and today we are going to be looking at my opinion for the top 10 worst ratings of Madden 22 so far. Obviously, middle of the season, end of the season, we'll probably have some other options or opinions. Maybe I'll make a video on, we'll see. But if I don't go as in-depth as you would like in this video, I'm sorry, but I have to re-record this because the first one was like a 38-minute video because I talked a little bit too much about each player and why I think the rating was bad. Of course, this is a video about players that are too low that should be higher, and also some that are too high that should be lower. We have 10, and it's not any particular order. I did kind of have them trending from, kind of like, meh, that's, could be better, could be worse, to really bad. So it kind of is a top 10 from 10 to 1, but it is what it is. Of course, one of the names people are going to be thinking about is Justin Herbert. I don't have him technically on my list, but I do think from an 80 overall, he should probably be an 82, 83. His rating, his stats or his numbers from 2020 were, very good, very impressive, but looking at surrounding talent and overall the in-depth numbers, he wasn't as good as people are saying. I know people are going to argue, oh, the rookie record or whatever, an offensive rookie of the year. But one, offensive rookie of the year is going to be a quarterback award every single season going forward, like 9 times out of, maybe 19 times out of 20. And also, I think touchdown records, yards records could be broken every single year by whatever starting quarterback actually plays the full season, because it's just kind of the trend. But overall, 82, 83 for Herbert. Some other guys we'll mention. But the first one, in my opinion, the worst one, probably Evan Engram. 83 overall, should be a 76. He just is not that good. He's a decent route runner. He's obviously got speed. He's realistically just a wide receiver playing tight end that cannot catch. Honestly, he just cannot catch. Giants fans will obviously attest to this. 83 catching, more like 74. What is the catch in traffic rating? Catch in traffic, show us the money. 77, fair enough, but should be probably 72. 86 spec. Yeah, he makes some spectacular catches when he makes them. But, I mean, what NFL player, what NFL talent can't? 81 for that, 73 for that. 74 for catching. He just can't catch. He honestly doesn't look like an NFL player. He honestly reminds me of the tight end version of MVS, but even Marquez Valdes-Scantling seems to catch better than Evan Engram. And I will say, Evan Engram's catches, yeah, there might be a slight bit more, incoming contact, but the level of difficulty and, more important, the pressure of the actual moment just isn't there for Evan in comparison to MVS. MVS is fighting for a job. Well, I know Kyle Rudolph's there now, but fighting for a job to be the number 2 for the Packers. He's constantly the deep guy. So when you have a ball that's coming to you deep, I know it's NFL. Pressure is a thing. We're all human. And you shouldn't have that, I suppose, when you're a pro, but when you have a 50-yard plus play, that's going to be one of those ones. If you drop that, that's on you for the rest of the game, rest of the week. Maybe your whole career ends because of it, whatever it may be. Whereas Evan Engram is dropping these 7-yard passes. No one's on him. If you drop it, it's not even that big of a deal play. And he just drops them. Just catch the freaking ball and run. I don't know if he's just so excited to get the ball and go because he has space and he's obviously really fast, but I don't get it. Long story short, Evan Engram, I would put as a 76 overall. And I'll tell you, if he was a 76 overall, I'd probably be doing a freaking Giants franchise this year. The next one, I don't think TJ Watt's rating is as egregious as other people think. 94 overall, I would have him 97. I think one of the worst ratings he has is probably his coverage rating. I think his rating and coverage should be a little bit higher. I don't know what the hell I just clicked. But long story short, I think he has 59-man, 65 zone. I think that should be upped a little bit. Finesse and block shed, and it's all fine. I'd probably put TJ as a 96, 97. There's not really much of a talking point. He is one of the top 5 probably defenders in the league. Top 8 to be safe. But, you look at J.J. Watt. If J.J. Watt's a 94, T.J. Watt should be higher anyways. It's just simply put, just for a family affair, J.J. Watt's too high of an overall here. I'm not going to, TJ Watt, 96, 97 overall. That's about it. I'm telling you, it's really hard for me not to talk about all these players and some of their in-depth stats and whatnot. So if you're not getting as much of an explanation out of me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the video to 15 minutes, not 39 minutes. Darren Waller is my next one. Easily the second best tight end in the league when Kittle's hurt. and Kittle was hurt. Kittle's still a higher overall than Waller. Waller's the number 3 when Kittle's healthy, but he wasn't. Simply put, Waller has put up very comparable numbers. I think it's another Tom Brady effect where a guy like, Rodgers only wins one ring. It's like, he only won one ring. But you're only saying that because Brady has won 7. If Brady doesn't exist and the most quarterback Super Bowl wins of late is like 2 or 3, no one's clowning all these quarterbacks for only winning 1. That's the same thing, in my opinion, for Waller. You look at Kelsey and Kittle and what they've done, you're thinking, oh, those guys are just astronomical Hall of Fame guys. Darren Waller's not that good. He's still putting up insane numbers for a tight end. 1,000+ yards a season, double-digit touchdowns, I believe. His catch percentage is insane. His passer rating when thrown to is insane. He just makes the Raiders super deadly. No one's thinking the Raiders' offense is that deadly without him. But with him, with Ruggs, if he stays healthy and plays better, Josh Jacobs, Carr, who seems all right, they could have a decent offense. Darren Waller is much better than 93. I'd say 96 would be fair. You could even make an argument for 97. Maybe this is a bias because you'll learn, if you haven't already learned from me talking about it a lot, we are going to be using the Dolphins in our online league, but Xavier Howard should be no lower than a 95. 94. 94 at least, maybe 95. His coverage ratings, I think, are 88 and 90, I think, in Madden. Yeah, you can see that. Obviously, insane catching, 10 picks, really good hands. But he should be better than that. His coverage rating in real life is like top 5, just about top 5. I know he's number 6 corner in the league, but overall top 5. I'd probably put him for Madden 22, number 4, number 3. Stephon Gilmore as a 96 overall or 97, whatever he is just too high. He just had a really down year. It should be Jalen Ramsey, number 1, not too far behind Jair. I would have probably put him at 96, 97. And then Xavier Howard, probably at number 3. Really good. Interceptions are one, it's just lucky. I mean, this guy's pretty damn lucky then because he has a lot of picks so far in his career. But very good coverage rating, super underrated coverage guy. I believe may even have, I think he's like right on par for completions allowed with Jalen Ramsey and Jair. So very underrated. No one has respect on this man's name. Put some respect on a man's name. Now we have a rival of my team of the Packers, the Bears, Eddie Jackson. Really solid, year 1 and 2 for him. But he was just awful last season in coverage, allowing like 75% of the passes thrown to him to be caught, a 110 passer rating, I believe, when thrown to. His tackling numbers look better, but that may be in part for just being a step too late in coverage and then obviously bringing the guy down. We know a lot of tacklers with great numbers, but they're not great players or even tacklers. They take a little while to get to the ball, and they get them, but 7 yards too late. But overall, Eddie Jackson from an 89 should be an 84, and I think overall inconsistency has been there for him. We've seen in the past 94, 95 overall X factor down to an 87 overall star like a couple weeks later. So I think 84 overall, honestly, it's just really bad in coverage last year. And now we have a little bit tougher of a guy to kind of grade, but Josh Allen, the quarterback, 88 overall, I would say is probably a 92 overall. His ratings for passing, I will say his accuracy was kind of fluctuating last season. Obviously a massive increase, really good year, obviously, but his ratings are probably better than that. I think his deep accuracy is probably the one that should be the lowest out of all 3. The real hit or miss on the deep ball at times. Overall, though, Josh Allen, very comparable numbers to some of the top guys in the league. For completion percentage and bad throws. I think a 92 overall is fair. Probably should be higher than Lamar, right? So 92 overall, I would say. Maybe not Lamar at 91. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I just talk too much about these guys and their in-depth advanced stats. So I have to just kind of give you vague answers at times. I mean, even on this redo, I feel like I've sped through it. And it's already 10 minutes. I'm terrible at YouTube. You're like, yeah, I know, obviously. But Justin Jefferson's my next guy. Justin Jefferson, I get a lot of the ratings, if you guys didn't know, are kind of also based on 2019. So, let's say they were awful in 2019, really good in 2020. They're not going to be a 99 overall, even though you can make the argument that Justin Jefferson could have been a 96, 97 already in Madden. Absolutely insane rookie year. Obviously, we're all going to talk about, Thielen, Dalvin Cook, okay tight end play, okay line play. I'm not going to really say that's a positive And Kirk Cousins is actually really solid, but Justin Jefferson, rookie or not, absolutely went off. Completion percentage is way up there. You know, what is it called? Passer rating when thrown to is insane. Some of his numbers, like his yards per catch, all comparable to guys like Devontae Adams. You can argue that if he had more touchdowns and he actually played like every single snap, I know Devontae also didn't play every single snap, so that's not really a fair argument. You know, right up there with one of the best receivers in the league. Not in the top 10, I believe. Should be in the top potential 5 based on last season. I know it's tough to rate wide receivers, but I would have him around 93 overall, not an 87, regardless if it was a one-year thing or not. Even if he sucks, you guys literally said, remember, the ratings change throughout the years. Like, so then put the guy where he belongs. And then we mentioned it, Kirk Cousins. Now, I will say, I kind of, you know, alluded to this on the first recording, but it doesn't matter because that's, you know, in the abyss now. But Kirk Cousins' ratings are actually very fair with his real-life self. You're seeing 79 overall. I'm seeing 79 overall. And if you're not like a hater, just a blind hater, you will know that Kirk Cousins is actually a very, very capable starter. And for a lot of teams, put Kirk Cousins on the Bears a few years ago, probably a Super Bowl team. You know, Broncos, they would love to have Kirk Cousins. There's a lot of teams right now that would probably win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins. Very consistent play. He's not going to wow you, and he will miss a couple of big-time throws, but overall, he's very consistent. Historically, at this point, one of the most accurate passers in the league all time at this rate. And you can see here, he has very good ratings, but the only reason why I'm saying, oh, he should be, you know, he's on this list, is because just get him up there. You know, I don't care what his passing accuracies are. Why do you make him so accurate, but only a 79 overall? Like, just up his awareness. I want him as an 84 overall, even as a Packers fan. He's better than a 79, and obviously the ratings do reflect that, but just get his overall higher. Simply put, throw power 87, pretty fair. All the other ratings, very accurate. Just make him an 84, and I have no grief. Now, for our number 2, not that it's really in order by, you know, egregiousness or bad ratings, but Tom Brady, rather overrated. 97 overall isn't fair. 2019 season was really bad. 2020 was good on paper, but whether they want to say it or not, you got to look at the surrounding talent. Best O-line in football, best receiving group in football. Maybe not the best running backs, but very dynamic speed guy like Ronald Jones. Very good backfield, definitely very good. Top defense, top 5. Numbers may not completely support it, but pressure numbers are absolutely insane. They could take the ball away. Super fast, hard to read defense. And especially in the postseason, maybe the best defense once it hit the postseason. They were just absolutely insane against pretty much everyone they played. But Tom Brady, yes, playing in a new scheme. Yes, apparently playing injured. Playing in a hard scheme as well. You know, first time going to the team and all that. But overall, just not a 97 overall. Definitely not higher than Rodgers. I will say Rodgers' numbers, you know, he did have a lower depth per target than, you know, most quarterbacks. It was a shorter scheme. Probably an easier scheme. But still, Rodgers crushed it in the scheme. Dominated, perfect throws majority of the time. Tom Brady led the league in badly thrown passes, or bad throws as they call them, 20% of his targets. I would say, ironically enough, with his 99 short, a 97 medium, and 93 deep, that his deep accuracy should probably be higher than his medium. Just simply overrated. Simply put, I'd put Brady as a 93, maybe 94, maybe all the way down to a 92. Honestly, 97, it doesn't make sense. At the very highest, 94. At the very highest, and probably lowest, 91, 92. The numbers just don't support it. And then, quote-unquote, the number 1, I would say A.J. Brown. Super disrespected player. Absolutely insane numbers he put up. Very good catch percentage. Once again, the passer rating when thrown to is high. I'd say that's going to be the case for a lot of really good players, but a team that isn't necessarily known for throwing the ball. Tannehill, not the strongest arm, highest velocity guy. You know, once again, run-first type team. Not a great amount of talent around him. You know, you look at Justin Jefferson, you have Thielen, you have Thielen. It's kind of it, honestly. The Titans, Johnny was all right, obviously. Who are you going to think of when you think of the Titans? You're not going to think of Corey Davis. Obviously, you definitely aren't now. You know, you look at the Vikings, you're like, yeah, Justin Jefferson's really good, but so is Thielen. You look at a lot of these guys, outside of maybe Devontae and probably Diggs, you know, you're thinking that, well, maybe Hopkins as well. most of the guys have a number 2, like, Metcalf, you have Lockett, you have a lot of guys that have a true number 2 that are good. AJ Brown didn't. He was that dude, and he put up some very, very good numbers. I would put him at a 92, 93, right with Justin Jefferson. I just don't see the 86 at all. It's awful, really awful ratings. And hell, it would even surprise me to see that his run after the catch ratings are bad, and he had one of the best yards per reception in the league. Juke move's decent, but where's the trucking? You ever see this man? He's like freaking... he's literally just like DK Metcalf at this rate, just a little bit shorter. But anyways, that's going to be my top 10. I try to keep it shorter. Hopefully I got that successfully done. If there's anyone I missed, or there's a guy on this list that you actually think I was wrong on, let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like if you liked it. Maybe subscribe. We do a ton of franchise stuff. We'll do a ton of franchise stuff until Madden 22. And then once Madden 22 hits, even more stuff. Stream tonight, most likely on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. I got to say most likely because you never know with me. I might have some reason to not stream because that's just the way of the PKR way. And you probably already seen a video today. If not, you'll see one soon. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any more ratings ideas, let me know in the comment section below. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!